What is up, you beauties? It is BatchatBegins, back again with another War Stories video for you all today. The winners of the Battle Pass giveaway will be announced at the end of the video, so stick around to find out. On August 2nd, 1990, Saddam Hussein and the Iraqi army invaded and occupied Kuwait over oil disputes, which set into motion the events leading to the last great mechanized tank battle of all time. The invasion sparked the formation of the greatest coalition force since World War II. 34 countries mobilized forces in the Middle East, and repeated aerial bombardment was carried out by 2 UN fleets in the Persian Gulf and the Red Sea. Eventually, the Iraqi Air Force would be effectively neutered, with 100,000 separate sorties being flown by the coalition in over 42 days. After the initial air campaign, 19 armored divisions, which had been waiting on the border of Iraq and Kuwait, began their ground assault. Tens of thousands of vehicles from the United States, France, UK, Egypt, and Arabia poured across the border and engaged in the largest tank assault in history. Today we'll be focusing on US Army 7 Corps and the United Kingdom's 1st Armored Division, which engaged in the very last tank battle in history, the Battle of 73 Easting. The force consisted of 3 mechanized squadrons, with 3 troops per squadron, consisting of 9 main battle tanks per troop. With all units counted, the coalition mobilized 846 armored vehicles within the 7 Corps and 1st Division. The main battle tanks included the M1A1 Abrams for the Americans and the Challenger 1 for the British. Scouting vehicles were primarily comprised of the M3A1 Bradley fighting vehicles from the 7 Corps. On February 23, 1991, this spearhead raced into Iraq with 2 goals in mind. First was to cut off Iraqi retreat from Kuwait, and second was to destroy Saddam Hussein's elite forces, the Republican Guard's Tawakalna division. Once the force reached the heading of 60 Easting, they swung right and began pushing east to pincer the Iraqi forces, and began the push towards the Tawakalna. 8 out of 9 of the squadrons drove abreast of each other, a total of 72 modern main battle tanks. The fighting began when H.R. McMaster's E Troop, nicknamed Eagle Troop, encountered the enemy at a small town. Eagle Troop returned fire and began to engage the first of the Republican Guard. The superiority of the American mechanized forces was immediately on display. The M1A1 Abrams was a modern main battle tank, utilizing heat and saber rounds to wreak havoc. McMaster's 9 M1A1 Abrams killed 28 Iraqi T-72s and T-64s, 16 personnel carriers, and 30 trucks within 23 minutes. Eagle Troop was so dominant and coordinated that they sustained no losses. Continuing through the heading, Eagle Troop engaged 20 more T-72s in defensive positions known as reverse slope defenses. The T-72 positions below the sand dunes had bunkers built around them. Due to inclement weather, the Iraqis were caught completely off guard by the speed and effectiveness of the Abrams. McMaster's Eagle Troop continued to suffer no losses for the complete destruction of the enemy. The various troops of the Corps descended upon the town of Wadi and began to engage the Tawakalna, which consisted of T-72s, T-55s, and BMP-1s. 6 hours of combined armored assault ended with 2 full Iraqi squadrons destroyed and 1,300 rounds of artillery fired. Overall, the combined forces of the 7 Corps and 1st Division claimed 159 destroyed tanks, 2,000 prisoners captured, and 260 other vehicles destroyed for the loss of 1 friendly M3A1 Bradley. And surprisingly enough, the M3A1 Bradley was only lost because of a miscommunication. A BMP-1 tank was not fully destroyed and was able to actually shoot the Bradley, which did not have any armor. Fortunately, because of the coordination of 7 Corps and 1st Division, no other significant losses were suffered during the offensive on 73 Easting. The victory was incredibly decisive. With his most feared division utterly annihilated, Saddam Hussein withdrew from Kuwait on February 28, 1991. Only a month after the armored assault had begun on Kuwait and Iraq, the entire Iraqi army was destroyed. A ceasefire was declared, and Kuwait was fully liberated. 73 Easting is widely studied as an example of modern mechanized warfare and serves as a guideline for future wars. And the testimonies of commanders like H.R. McMaster's are widely viewed as some of the most legitimate examples of modern warfare to this date. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll have more war stories coming out in the following weeks. But for now, since we've gone ahead and finished this, let's get into the winners of the giveaway. Alrighty, so we are on the random comment picker for the giveaway video for the battle passes, and we have filtered out all duplicate users so everything is fair. So we're going ahead and picking out 3 different people. We'll go ahead and start with the first one. And the first one is going to be Authentic Bush. IGN is _Bush on the NA server. Congratulations, sir. Go ahead and contact me on Discord or through email in the description below to go ahead and claim your prize. And we'll go ahead and pick a second one. And that is going to be The Givitas. IGN Gamer _LC _2020 on the EU server. And the last one is going to be Panicking on Blitz. IGN is Ashishing Panics on the NA server. If you didn't win, don't worry about it too much because there will be more coming soon. For the winners, I hope you guys will go ahead and contact me either through Discord or through email to go ahead and get that set up. And I will catch you guys in the next one.
I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. It's to the point where I love and I hate you, and I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Oh, easier said than done. I thought you